Is it unreasonable to not want my partner to watch porn? The problem isn't porn. The real problem is I do not want my partner to. You can talk to your partner about things that make you uncomfortable, but you can't manipulate them to fit your worldview. It's just your phrasing is concerning, and I'm guessing a lot of your sentences in your daily life involve, I want you to, you must, or else, etc. Analyze that, and you'll find the porn thing would sort itself out. Not unreasonable to express your discomfort with his porn habits. Unreasonable to expect him to never view porn. Weird if he's casually looking at porn around you unless you've discussed a very sex-positive open environment with discussing each other's wants likes. Talk to him. How he responds will determine what you do next. Maybe he's addicted, maybe he'll refuse to give it up and you'll need to break up. I mean, I can see why this upset you. I'm sure a lot of people would be upset that they found porn on their partner's phone. Okay, so I'm just gonna explain the mindset guys usually have when it comes to porn, or at least what a lot of guys I know have. Self-pleasure that involves porn is very different than actual intimacy with a loved one. It's a lot like satisfying a craving even though it's not a craving. Sometimes us guys need to orgasm is the best way I can explain it, and some of us use porn to do so. It's not that he's not into you or turned on by you, it's just he needs to get off, and looking at nudes over and over again can make them lose their bang, if that makes sense. Again, I know this can make you uncomfortable, I really get it, but try to look at it from the perspective of this is a tool he uses to self-pleasure. Masturbation is a thing a lot of guys do even in healthy and sexual relationships, because we just need to self-orgasm sometimes. I mean, you can express your discomfort with this, but if he's been using porn to get off for years, it's gonna be a hard habit to break. It is unreasonable for you to ask him to not look at porn. It is very reasonable of you to ask him to not look at porn in front of you. It is absolutely incredibly unreasonable of him to ignore that request and do it anyway. No, it is not unreasonable not to want your boyfriend to watch porn, and it is fine to communicate that boundary. I'll add that porn is addictive, and your boyfriend may be struggling with this. I recommend finding resources that can help. Nah, that's wild. Not every guy is like this. You've already had the conversation, and he's making excuses. You may have to decide for yourself how important this is to you, if it is a deal breaker or not. But I personally wouldn't tolerate it, and know for a fact you're not asking too much. Crazy he's looking at porn in the same vicinity as you. I want someone who has the same opinion as me. You'll never find a partner who has the exact same values as you in every aspect of life. Neither can you expect to change your partner's values. The perfect partner is someone whose faults or differences you can live with. For him, the fault he can live with might be that he has to give up porn for you. If porn doesn't mean much to him, then your problem is solved. But if it is something that brings him a lot of joy, then it might be too much for him to sacrifice for you. You should strongly consider whether there is a compromise that you can live with. Maybe it would be okay for you if he only watched porn when you aren't around and don't talk about it to you. Maybe you really do need him to give up on porn completely. There is no right or wrong for either of you. You just each have to feel deep inside what you need and don't need. Our needs we thought we had might change with the right partner. Best of luck. Have you heard of Fight the New Drug? It addresses your concerns. He might have a porn addiction. You will do anything for someone you love. But if he can't, maybe he is just addicted, and that's a whole other story. If he is willing to put in the work, he can stop, but is going to require a lot of patience and love from your part. Short and sweet, no, I've stopped watching porn altogether. I can't believe some of the posters here. It's absolutely reasonable to ask him not to look at porn. If people here don't get why that causes distress for one's partner, they are clueless. No, porn is no goodo for the braino. Him looking at porn is private and normal. You're promiscuous and stop pics our public. Totally different and a false equivalency. You're being unreasonably controlling and you have no moral leg to stand on. Anyway, you guys are incompatible. Hella disrespectful of him. Completely reasonable. He should be looking to you for sexual needs. Not random chicks on the web he has no relationship to. It's not. A lot of women don't want their boyfriend to watch porn. It's a lot more common than you think. You need to set boundaries, and if he can't respect that, you are not compatible. I consume porn and I cannot enter a relationship with someone who isn't okay with that. Porn just satisfies a primal urge, because I have a high sex drive, and it doesn't mean jack about how I feel about a partner. Ultimately, it's just a compatibility thing, and there is nothing wrong with you not wanting your partner to consume porn. You just have to be on the same page.